15 minutes is all it takes to jumpstart your day as powerful entrepreneurs share what they do so you can be successful too. Welcome to 15 Minutes of Success. 15 minutes is all it takes to jumpstart your day as powerful entrepreneurs share what they do so you can be successful too. Welcome to 15 Minutes of Success. All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hello, hello. I'm your lady, Dr. Lotus Riché, and I am here today with 15 Minutes of Success. And boy, have I got a showstopper for you. I have a phenomenal minister in the house. She's a speaker, and she is a soon-to-be #1 international best-selling author. And actually, I think this is going to be 2 times over. So you definitely want to be here to hear what she has to say. And today, we are going to be talking about the cancer experience, 9 true stories. And guess what? She is one of the 9 true stories in the book. Her name is Cynthia Shaw. Now, Cynthia Shaw has a phenomenal story that she's going to tell you about love, about heartache, about overcoming the challenges of cancer. She has a story that's so compelling, you're going to want to take notes. So make sure you take notes, and please share this with somebody that needs to hear what about the cancer experience, the 9 true stories. So while we're getting prepared to welcome Cynthia Shaw to the show, I want you to go and tag someone you know while we take a brief message to hear from one of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
If you live without income for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe even 5 years, you might be thinking, well, that's a silly question. Well, is it? What if some medical event occurs in your life where you no longer can be the superstar in your household and generate that income? Or what about a planned event where your income comes to a sudden stop? Perhaps your employment has been terminated or your business has ceased operating. Are you prepared with a backup financial income? Or what about those voluntary events in life where you decide it's time to disconnect, perhaps retire, stop working? Do you have a backup income plan or something in place? I'm Sabrina Protic, your financial coach, helping you develop an income plan. Your financial tomorrow depends on what you do today.
Connect with me for a bright and secure financial future.
All right, and we are back, and we are ready to start the show. So go ahead and share this broadcast with someone you know, because we are about to bring to the show a dynamic lady, a woman of God, and she is in our new book, The Cancer Experience, 9 True Stories. Now, this book is designed to help you overcome some of the struggles that you may be facing as a person diagnosed with cancer. This book is also designed to help us as the caregivers. I must admit, when I was caring for my mom, it was one of the toughest times in my life. And this book is going to help you navigate through some of the toughest times of your life. Because let's face it, many of us are not caregivers, but we are catapulted into caregiving when our family members or friends or loved ones are diagnosed with a debilitating disease. And so today we are going to be here for 15 minutes of success with Cynthia Shaw. So I'd like you to put a 10 in the comment, if you're ready to win at being successful in whatever endeavor that you are facing or taking on in your life. So with no further ado, the next voice I will be presenting to you is Miss Cynthia Shaw. Please welcome the co-author of The Cancer Experience 9 True Stories, minister, podcaster, a Widow's Wisdom founder, a Widow's Might, none other than Cynthia Shaw. All right, welcome. Hello, I am doing fabulous. How are you, Miss Shaw? Okay, so I read lips and I heard you say you're doing wonderful, but I can't hear you. So if you can turn your sound up a little bit more, because I could hear you earlier. It's okay. And so we're super happy to have you here. And we know a little bit about your story. We know that you're a minister, a woman of God. You absolutely love God and share it everywhere you go. You share your life. And you're also an author, a co-author of The Cancer Experience, 9 True Stories. And so today we want to get right into it. And we want to celebrate you for being one of the co-authors in this book. So please talk to us a bit more about who you are and what inspired you to be in this amazing new masterpiece. Cynthia? So, Miss Cynthia, I'm sorry to interrupt you. For some reason, we are unable to hear you. Would you please take a moment and let's try to turn up your volume again? I know we heard you initially backstage. And let's see if we can hear you. And then if not, we'll give you an opportunity to go ahead and go out and then come back in. Please try to say something to us now, and thank you. Okay, we're still unable to hear you. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to have our wonderful guest, Miss Cynthia Shaw. She's going to go out and then she's going to come back in. So until then, I want you to stick with us and let's hear another word from some of our amazing clients. Here goes.
I had the opportunity to work with Lotus Riché and her team to create a promo video for my business. And let me tell you, she and her team are pretty darn outstanding. I had recorded a video that we were going to use in the promo. And during our meeting, they actually walked me through what worked in the video, and they provided suggestions for improving the video so that I can actually capture the audience and the clients that I want and the people that need my services. They actually told me what I could add to the video and how to set the entire thing up so that when people watch that promo, they will come away knowing who I am, what I do, and why they should contact me. So if you have the chance to work with Lotus Riché and her team, you are not going to be disappointed.
Like sun to the day, we are light and we shine forevermore. The Black History Song. Stream now on your major music platform.
Please welcome the co-author of The Cancer Experience 9 True Stories, minister, podcaster, a Widow's Wisdom founder, a Widow's Might, none other than Cynthia Shaw. All right, and we're back. with the co-author of The Cancer Experience, 9 True Stories, Miss Cynthia Shaw. Miss Shaw, talk to us. Let's see if we can hear you now. Wow, it seems like your mic on your side still is not working. So what we're going to ask you to do is we want you to go all the way out of the broadcast and then come back in. All right. So Cynthia's going to go out the broadcast like she just did, and she's going to come back in because we want to hear her dynamic story. And we see so many of you from all over the world. We see you, Mireille Tulakima. She is the queen of the oil and gas industry over in Australia. If you don't know her, make sure you check her show out, The Greatest in the Engineering Show, pardon me. And she is coming in from Perth, Australia. Okay, and we've got Kay. She said, this is a very interesting episode. I like that you are giving voice to those who have cancer experience. Well, thank you so much. It's without question that we all need to have our voice. We all need to be heard, and we all need to be able to hear the stories of other people, because let's face it, when we share our stories, it empowers us further to keep on, as Gladys Knight said, keep on keeping on. One of the hardest struggles that we have in life is when a loved one or even ourselves has some type of debilitating disease that takes us out of doing the things that we love to do and just living the type of life that we are designed to live. And so I'm so happy the opportunity of having guests just like Miss Shaw and just like Miss Kim Jacobs and the visionary author, Dr. Sandra Jackson, on 15 Minutes of Success helps to give us the opportunity to shed light on this thing that we call the cancer experience. And so I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. We just absolutely love you. And we'd like to know, as you come in, like Miss Mireille Tulakima did, and just like Miss Kay has done, let us know where you're streaming in and tell us who you are and what you do. We'd like to know more about you. And of course, if you're a person that you'd like to be on the show, we'd love to hear about your story. We'd love to sit and chat with you and find out more about who you are, what you do, and how you serve the world to help people really attain their 15 minutes of success that trickles down to every facet of their life. And I see Miss Tamara's in the house. She says 15 minutes is all it takes. Another tips to be successful. Ready to take notes? I hope you're ready to take notes, because when Miss Shaw comes back, we're going to get right into it. We want to find out some key things about her story and why she decided to be in the book. We're also going to find out some of the challenges that she faced, how she overcame them, and what you can expect by getting this new book, The Cancer Experience, 9 True Stories. And thank you for coming in from the Philippines, and thank you to all of our viewers all around the world. I'd like to talk about, while we're transitioning here to get Miss Shaw in, I'd like to talk about what is inspiring you to help people and help take care of them when you, as our viewers, are catapulted into a process where you have to be the caregiver. Have you had to be the caregiver? And how has it been for you? Can you name one thing that you had to do as a caregiver that kind of changed your life so that you could be a positive caregiver? So that you could show up in the right way? Go ahead and put it in the chat, please and thank you. And so we're going to go ahead and bring Miss Cynthia Shaw to the show here momentarily. I think she's back with us. Please stand by.
Like sun to the day, we are light and we shine forevermore. The Black History Song. Stream now on your major music platform.
Please welcome the co-author of The Cancer Experience, 9 True Stories, minister, podcaster, a Widow's Wisdom founder, a Widow's Might, none other than Cynthia Shaw. All right, fantastic. And Cynthia Shaw is back. Talk to us, Miss Cynthia.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Fantastic. Come on, everybody.
Praise
Let's give it
God.
up. That's right. That's right. Okay,
Yes,
fantastic.
ma'am.
It's so great to talk to you today. And I want to thank you for being here on the show today. And thank you for being in this amazing book. So let's get right into it. What inspired you to be in this book, The Cancer Experience, 9 True Stories?
What inspired me to be in the book was when I was approached by the visionary.
Mhm.
I was delighted because I felt as though my husband's story needed to be heard. Um, and I didn't know an avenue of what to do or how to do, even though I had wrote a previous book. But going through that process was difficult for me, and I didn't want to have to go through that again. So when she approached me, I gladly accepted because I wanted to get his story out, um, about what he went through as well as myself. And because of the amazing man that he was, I wanted others to know that no matter what we go through in life,
Yes.
life will take over and you can be up one day but down the next, but still God is the one that will bring us through this.
Absolutely love it. So I remember the conversation you and I had with many of the other authors, and you talked about Mr. Pearlie being the pearl of your life.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about his name, if you don't mind. Let's let the audience know his name and why he was the pearl of your life.
My husband's name was Pearlie Shaw Jr. And I asked him where did he get his name from, and he actually got his name from his great grandfather, and his great grandfather got his name from his slave owner. And so I was intrigued by that first. But then my husband told me at the age of 7 that he would marry me. And I didn't believe, I said, no, no way, not going to happen. But God intervened later on in life, and we grew up together
Yes.
and were friends.
Yes.
But I never even thought that I
Yeah.
would end up marrying him, and I did.
Yeah.
And he showed me what being a treated like a queen was supposed to be like. And that's why I say he was my pearl, because he was truly a jewel in my life.
All right. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And y'all see, she was holding out at first. She was like, nope, that's not going to happen. Like you said, but for God's grace
But
and mercy,
God.
you said,
Mhm.
all right, let's see what we can do here. So that's wonderful. And many of you have your diamonds, your pearls, you're just your special somebodies. And Mr. Pearlie was very special, and he led a great life, and he created a great love with Miss Cynthia Shaw. And so this is partly a love story. Her chapter is partly a love story. And if you love love stories, you're definitely going to want to read The Cancer Experience, 9 True Stories, and definitely read Cynthia Shaw's chapter. So let's talk about what was the hardest part for you, because I know you said that the visionary Miss Dr. Sandra E. Jackson had contacted you in regard to being in the book. And of course, just like me and so many others, when we talk about our loved ones, it is difficult. So, how did you deal with that difficult moment to overcome it, to say, okay, I'm going to write my chapter?
The hardest part was not knowing if I could do him justice
Wow.
by what I wrote, and even beginning to write.
it was like I was reliving what I had gone through.
Mhm.
And so putting it on paper was hard. But as my daughter told me, she said, Mommy, when I was typing this, she said, I too relived every moment of it. So having to relive was the hardest part for me. But knowing that I serve a God that is a God of strength, He enabled me to get through it. And I'm just glad that I was able to do it for him,
Wow.
for my
That's
husband.
awesome. That's awesome. And sometimes, you don't know that you can really do a thing until you really step into it. You step into it and you make up your mind first and foremost. I think we have to make up our mind that not only can we do it, but that we are doing it. Not that we're going to do it, but that we are doing it, because it moves us from speculating about, okay, can I do it? Maybe I'll do it. It moves us to the point where we're saying, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm doing this. So wow, that's powerful. And we have Dr. Sandra E. Jackson. She's in the house. Dr. Jackson, make sure you're sharing this out with the widest audience as well. She says, Cynthia Shaw, you are so brave. We celebrate you for your courage and your strength. We celebrate you for your courage and your strength. And so that's so interesting, because this morning I was with a coaching client of mine. And one of the things that I shared with her, and I'm going to stand up here for a moment, and I'm going to put the camera right on Miss Shaw. You are looking at not only bravery, but you are looking at strength, and you're looking at courage, strength and courage. And this morning during my training, strong and courageous. Be strong, be courageous. And you're doing that. So thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sandra, for sharing that. That's really important. You the best. You're the best. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So for those of you that's just coming to the show, I'm talking to one of the co-authors of The Cancer Experience, 9 True Stories. And she has a phenomenal story. Her story is a story of love. It's a love story. And it's a story of perseverance. And it's a story of triumph. So with that being said, I'd like you to take this time to share this broadcast with your family and your friends. Okay. And be sure to take notes, because one of the hardest things that she had to face was knowing that she could do it, and also reliving some of it. So as you relived Mr. Pearlie's transitioning, you were able to capture it. And so what can readers expect from your story?
What readers can expect from not just my story, but each story, is to know that in life, we all will go through challenges and changes and health issues, whatever the case may be. But knowing that we serve a God that is so much greater than us, that we can get through whatever. He says he won't put no more on us than we can bear. So therefore, we have to know that what we go through, we can get through it.
Hey,
Um, what also to expect is that no matter the challenge, you can be challenged by things in life, but knowing that you can go through it and get through it is less of a challenge. And we sometimes internalize things to be a lot harder or greater than they are. but knowing that we can get through it is the greatest part of all of it.
Wow. Wow. That give her a 20. Just give her a 20. Please.
For watching the show.
Put a 20. Put a 20 in there. Let me remove that. Wow. You can get through it. And this is one of the reasons why we're sharing this book with you. You can get through it. How many of you are having a tough time or facing a challenge and you need somebody to walk with you? How many of you? If you need someone to walk with you, put a 30 in the chat. And as you, those of you that are watching this on replay, we thank you. We welcome you. Okay? We got some 20s in there. Whoop, whoop, right? But if you need someone to walk this journey with you, you definitely want to get this book, because all the authors in this book are sharing their journey. And maybe some of them are talking about your journey and haven't even met you. Okay? Who is your support system? We welcome you to get this book and let this be a part of your support system. Wow. I absolutely love what you said. I absolutely love what you said. What you go through, what we go through, we can get through. What we go through, we can get through. And we see you in Washington, D.C. We see you in the Philippines. We see you in Florida. We see you, we see you, we see you. And so we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about our final question of the broadcast. What do you desire for this book? And while we take a quick break, folks, we want you to put in the chat what you desire as the reader. What do you want to hear from us? What do you desire for this book? Do you want this book to be in your country if it's not in your country yet? Okay. And we're gonna share this book on the 25th of this month. Yes, it's coming soon. But what do you desire? We want to know. And we want you to know, if you want to know, how to contact Miss Smith, Miss Shaw, because we're gonna ask Miss Cynthia Shaw how to get connected, how people connect with her, because you know she's a minister. So if you need prayer, if you need support, she's the one. So Miss Shaw, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come right back, and we're gonna go to the last question. What do you desire for this book? Okay. And then we're going to hear from some of our viewers. And then we'd like to know how people can connect with you. Okay. Is that all right with you, Ms. Shaw? Can we do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Fantastic. So we'll be right back, folks.
Like sun to the day, we are light and we shine forevermore. The Black History Song. Stream now on your major music platform.
If you live without income for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe even 5 years, you might be thinking, well, that's a silly question. Well, is it? What if some medical event occurs in your life where you no longer can be the superstar in your household and generate that income? Or what about a planned event where your income comes to a sudden stop? Perhaps your employment has been terminated or your business has ceased operating. Are you prepared with a backup financial income? Or what about those voluntary events in life where you decide it's time to disconnect, perhaps retire, stop working? Do you have a backup income plan or something in place? I'm Sabrina Protic, your financial coach, helping you develop an income plan. Your financial tomorrow depends on what you do today.
Connect with me for a bright and secure financial future.
How is your mother and daughter relationship? Are you one of the millions of mothers and daughters experiencing difficulties in your relationship and don't know how to put it back together again? We have good news for you. The Mother and Daughter Television Network app has finally arrived, and it's designed with you in mind. This amazing app, created by Dr. Bessie Fletcher, a Christian clinical psychologist, has worked with mothers and daughters around the world for more than 25 years, helping mothers and daughters reach the pinnacle of success in restoring their relationships, and so can you. Start creating your mother and daughter relationship today. Go to your app store and download the app now. Please welcome the co-author of The Cancer Experience 9 True Stories, minister, podcaster, a Widow's Wisdom founder, a Widow's Might, none other than Cynthia Shaw.
All right, and we are back with our phenomenal guest, the co-author of The Cancer Experience 9 True Stories, Miss Cynthia Shaw. And for those of you that's just joining us, we want to thank you and make sure you hit this on replay if you've missed any part of this broadcast. Today, we have been so blessed to talk with Miss Cynthia, and we've tackled some tough questions. We talked about what inspired her to be a part of this amazing masterpiece. We talked about what was the hardest thing that she faced when doing this, because every day we face different challenges, but even more tough challenges when it comes to facing disease or taking care of someone that we love and care about. We also talked about what readers can expect from her dynamic chapter. It's more than just a love story. It's a story that's going to empower and compel you to move to the next level of your life with courage and to be strong, right? And so our final question of the broadcast is, what do you desire, Cynthia, for this book? And viewers, what do you desire for this book? Cynthia?
What I desire is for this book to be a #1 bestseller, not so much for the financial gain, but more so for the inspiration, because the more that the book gets out there, the more people will be inspired, that will be uplifted, that will be encouraged to know that they're, first of all, they're not the only ones that are going through this disease, or they're not the only ones that have been caregivers, but we all can learn from each and every story, that it will strengthen and build up the next person, so that if they endure what we've gone through, they will know that they're not the only one. First of all, they're not the first, they won't be the last, but they have forerunners that have gone before them that can help them, inspire them to know that I can make it through this.
All right. I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. And Dr. Sandra Jackson said, resilience, fortitude, and bravery. And she says, thank you for sharing your story. Everyone will benefit greatly from reading Cynthia's chapter. And if you missed the beginning of this, please catch the replay. You want to hear the replay. She's short, sweet, and to the point. Thank you, Angie. She says, very powerful words. Everyone with a family member can benefit from reading the Cancer Experience anthology. So for our final words of wisdom for the broadcast, we want to let you know we connect and connect. We connect and connect. And Miss Shaw, Miss Angie says, thank you for sharing your story.
You're
Would you
welcome.
like to respond? He said, you're
You
welcome.
are so welcome.
All right.
I'm
Thank you.
glad I'm glad that I was able to have this opportunity, and I'm glad that I'm able to pour into others.
All right. I absolutely love it. So we thank you and we appreciate each and every viewer. And we look forward to you joining us on the 25th of this month as we connect and connect and connect and connect and connect and connect. So we ask that you share this with your family, your friends, and your greatest network. The Cancer Experience 9 True Stories are coming your way real soon. We'll see you on the other side of the Cancer Experience 9 True Stories on the 25th of this month. Help us make #1 international best-selling authors. We thank you and have a great day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring that bell so you won't miss a thing. And we'll see you on the next episode of 15 Minutes of Success, where powerful entrepreneurs share what they do so you can be successful too. If you want to be a guest on the show, please connect with us at lotus@lotusricheignitesyou.com. And we'll see you on the other side of 15 Minutes of Success. Success is in the eye of the beholder. See it, create it, and be it.